Hey, how's everybody doing today? Today I have the Wltoys 12423. I'm going to do a little review and a little bit of talk about a couple little upgrades you can do for free, next to nothing. And first of all, I'd like to say that I've had some people say this is a short course truck, some people say it's a stadium truck, but either way, all I know is it's a whole bunch of fun. This is a really fun little truck to drive. I picked it up off eBay. I got $79.97 USA shipping. But the body, with a lot of these Wltoys, especially it being wintertime, these bodies are pretty fragile. I've already gone through here. So what I did with that is I armored it up a little bit around the edges here and where the tires rub against it, and especially like the impact edges. I used Gorilla Tape. This stuff is really thick and sticky, and it'll do a nice job of helping protect that. And then in the areas where I'd rubbed through, I use this self-adhering drywall screen tape. I just cut a piece of that out, and I just laid it in there. I used my hot glue gun and put in some hot glue, and then took a spare piece of cardboard and smoothed it down in that ridge. And I went ahead and did the same thing to this corner, even though it hadn't been punched through, and on these ridge lines right here, because I figure it's just a matter of time before they do. And when it gets through that Lexan polycarbonate type stuff, it reaches that hot glue, and it doesn't wear down on that when it's skidding on the road as much as like the Lexan does. It'll get you a little bit longer run time out of the body. And then I went back over that with the Gorilla Glue, or the Gorilla Tape as well. But that seemed to really strengthen it up quite a bit. Alright, now into the vehicle itself. It looks like, several other vehicles. I think like the 12424, something like that. The green buggy. It's the same chassis. But as in with a lot of them, they didn't put any shock oil in them. I haven't touched the front yet. I did one shock here in the back just to see, and when I took it off, there was absolutely no shock oil whatsoever, not a single drop. So here in a minute, we'll pull a shock off of it on the other side and open it up. I also changed the positions. I moved it up higher here and on the furthest position out here, hoping that gives me a little bit better landing, because this thing likes to roll over real easy. I'm hoping to soften that up a little bit. It has your standard Wltoys receiver ESC combo, and your little stick radio there. And it runs on a 1500 milliamp lithium ion battery. You have two headlights in the front, and I believe this is a nice little 540 motor here. I'm not sure how many revolutions these are. But the truck itself takes a lot of abuse. I've already jumped this quite a bit and beat it around quite a bit, and the only thing I did to it was that body damage, so that's always a good thing. We'll go ahead and start off with popping this shock off here and have a look and see if this side had any oil in it. It's just two Phillips head screws, one at the top, one at the bottom, and it'll pop right out. I've got my suspicions that this side is going to be just like the other. There's not going to be any oil in it whatsoever. Screws are really long. There we go. Let's pop that open and see. Nope, not a drop. So yeah, there's nothing in these babies. And I've found this to be standard with a lot of my Wltoys. They have either just a few drops or none at all. I'm replacing it with 30 weight oil. It's got quite a large reservoir in this shock. It takes quite a bit of oil to fill it up. There we go. This was a vehicle I was really going to be sending in the air, like my Arma Grande or something. I take my time to make sure that the air bubbles are out a little bit better, but I think this will be just fine for this purpose. Now you see, probably why they didn't put oil in them. It might have had it just leaks like crazy. Tighten that up a little bit. Oh yeah, it just pumps that oil right out of that shock. Now keep that in mind when you buy this. The shocks do not come with oil and they will leak on you. Yeah, it won't be long before those are empty again, I'm sure. Here's the other side leaking. The other side seems to be holding it better. Yeah, it looks like I might need to invest in some better quality shocks at some point in time. Well, even though it's leaky, it seems that it's dropping a whole lot less in the rear, so that's good. That seems to be dampened quite a bit. I also moved the positions of the shocks. I have a sneaking suspicion these front shocks aren't going to be any different. The caps aren't even screwed down tight on the front. No, you can see the piston right there, how dry it is. I bet these ones probably leaked too. We'll see. Even if it leaks, I guess for a little while, at least provide a little bit of dampening. Oh yeah, it leaks. Hopefully maybe the seals are just dry and it'll rehydrate them and the leaking will either slow down or stop, but I'm not going to count on that. I'll have to measure them. I've got spare shocks from other vehicles laying around as well. I can attempt to replace it with those. The other side with the oil is definitely better. Hopefully some of that oil will stay in there. Yep, another bone dry one. Yeah, that one leaks as well. When you're paying under $100 for a vehicle like this, you really can't complain too much because it's got leaky shocks. What do you think? I think it looks like it's dampened quite a bit to me. I said those shocks are leaking pretty decently though, so who knows how long that effect will stay. But I hope you enjoyed and having a look at what's going on inside these shocks and little helpful pointers on the body there. I'll get a run video up and coming, but until then, thanks a lot, and please subscribe and like. Have a good one.